Come with me for fun in my buggy. Come along, let's go for the hell of it. See the place around the...
We want our buggy. We want our buggy.
Otherwise?
Otherwise we'll get mad. We'll get mad. Me too.
Come with me for fun in my buggy. Come with me for fun in my buggy. Come with me for fun in my buggy.
Where?
I feel like a king. I feel like a king in my buggy. Just a crowd is missing my day.
Howdy folks, and welcome to the Spaghetti Theater for the Spaghetti Theater Review. And no, I don't normally wear this hat. Boo! I normally wear this hat. I just did that for Terence Hill because on March 29th, he turns 85 years old. Also known as Mario Girotti, his true Italian name. So, as a fan of the most beautiful man in the world, I'm going to review one of his non-Western slapstick comedies that he did a boatload of with Bud Spencer back in the 70s and 80s. One of their earlier and more successful ones too, at least in other countries besides my own. America wasn't ready for Bud and Terence's wacky ass style and sense of humor, I guess. But I was, and what better one to look at than Watch Out, We're Mad. That's right, I have a mug of Watch Out, We're Mad, folks. Believe that shit. I know though, weird title. Watch Out, We're Mad! Exclamation point. They love exclamation points in their Italian titles. This movie in Italian is, and I'm probably gonna say this totally wrong, but I'm gonna try it anyway and look like an idiot. Altrimenti ci arrabbiamo! Exclamation point. Sorry, Italians, if I fucked that up. Because if you translate that into English, it actually says, otherwise, we get angry. So they're like, well, that's even stupider. So, watch out, we're mad! Exclamation point, it is. At least for its American release and maybe a few other countries. And before I begin, in case you haven't seen an Italian comedy or an Italian film in general, it's a lot different than the Hollywood USA stuff that you're used to. So I guess it's not for everybody. The humor can be a bit much and they love to lay it on thick. And never stop! It's nuts! Or as most might say, stupid! It can be a bit much at times, where you wish they would just take it down one notch. But nope! The notch only goes up in Italy. And I love it so! That's what makes movies like this what they are. So here it is, folks, in celebration of the great Terence Hill's 85th birthday. 1974's Watch Out! We're Mad! Exclamation point! Starring this classic on-screen duo themselves, Bud Spencer and Terence Hill. They did a ton of movies together. And now they're out of the old west and in modern times, at least in the 70s when this movie was made, and they're just playing regular guys. Sorta. And they're buddies too. Sorta. Oh, and they also bagged themselves English actor Donald Pleasence. Yeah!
Night!
Or should I say, the great Donald Pleasence. Who am I kidding? He'll do anything though. Usually evil. A Nazi a lot. All those Halloween movies, I don't think it was evil in those. Of course, Escape from New York, and half the Mystery Science Theater and Riff Tracks catalog. The list goes on for the great Donald Pleasence. Only here, he's wacky evil.
Night! Night! Night!
So we get to see the comedic side to Donald Pleasence. Then, there's the movie's theme song by a band called Oliver Onions. The song is suitably called Dune Buggy, since the movie is all about a dune buggy, and man, do they play the shit out of this song throughout the course of the movie. And I mean, wow! And this is a trend I've noticed a lot in these Italian films from that era. Just like Super Snooper. So be prepared. They will drill this song into your head until you're pooping bloody dune buggies.
Come with me for fun in my buggy.
7 times. I counted. 7 times they play the dune buggy song throughout the course of this movie. So, you might go mentally ill.
I feel like the king in my body. Come with me for fun 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 in my body.
Where?
I feel like the king. I feel like the king in my body.
It is a good catchy song that I enjoy, but 7 times? So, take it away, Dune Buggy!
Come with me for fun in my body.
That's exactly how the movie starts off too. With the Dune Buggy song. Love it, damn it. We paid all of our onions for the rights to use this song, and damn if we're gonna get our money's worth. Terence Hill plays a race car driver here known as The Kid, who drives around in this huge ass pimped out trailer. And Terence Hill even has his own coffee machine inside that he has to pay for some reason. Like, was that the joke? Nice one, Terence. Paying for your own coffee. You know, since you have to refill the machine yourself, empty the change, keep the change, it's yours anyway. I get it, that's the joke. Okay, then there's Bud Spencer, also a race car driver. And his name in this movie is Ben. But I like Bud Spencer much better. Ben! So fuck Ben. It's Bud Spencer. And what do you know? He's ogling that dune buggy from the store's window. Yep, that's it. Red with a yellow top. And he's in love with that goofy ass looking thing. Made by the good people at Puma. Hey wait, Puma Man. Donald Pleasance again. So fuck ogling it, Bud Spencer says to himself. He's Bud Spencer. So he just sits right inside it for fun and pretends he's driving it around and stuff. Fuck you, store guy. I'm Bud Spencer. Ha. That's when he spots his good buddy Terence Hill and his big ass trailer. Only, as usual, even though they're friends, Bud Spencer is never happy to see Terence Hill. Because he also means trouble. He's a pest and a strain on Bud Spencer's otherwise laid-back life. But you better pay attention real quick, because when he's ogling this car in the window, you can see this sign down here, which they were nice enough to put 2 up. One in English, one in what I assume is Italian, saying that there's going to be a drag race, and whoever wins the race wins the dune buggy. That's the prize. So you know what? Fuck it. Cut to that drag race that they're both competing in. A wacky drag race too, with all the heart of a Herbie movie.
Jesus, so help me. Hi. Birthday, buddy.
I also love the Herbie movies, even that Monte Carlo shit. And yes, I own them all on glorious DVD, only I don't feel like digging them out right now. Or maybe I do. I own all of them on glorious DVD, every Herbie movie, including that stupid Lindsay Lohan one. But Michael Keaton's in it, so who gives a fuck? Herbie! But like I said, it's a pretty important race too, with that dune buggy on the line. Fuck money. The first one to cross that meta line and physically touch the dune buggy itself wins the dune buggy. Them are the rules, folks. Which Terence Hill and Bud Spencer do at the very same time. So it's a tie. They both win the dune buggy. Only how's that gonna work? Guess we're gonna find out. So the dune buggy's towed back to Bud Spencer's garage, with Bud Spencer already in it. Which probably isn't legal, but who cares? It's time to play the dune buggy song.
I feel like the king in my body.
That's where we get to meet Old Guy, Bud Spencer's garage buddy. So Terence Hill and Bud Spencer now have to decide who's gonna get ownership of that dune buggy, since there's 2 of them in one dune buggy. Math, folks. Terence Hill suggests a card game.
Ace is high. Whoever wins gets the buggy.
Ace is high. Bud Spencer's against that since they were both in Ace High, and Terence Hill was a card shark then. So Bud Spencer suggested they arm wrestle.
I'll arm wrestle you for it.
And Terence Hill points out who the obvious winner there would be. Mr. Over the Top, Bud Spencer, the human steam engine, bulldozer himself. Old Guy, being a decent human being, suggests that they share it. But they're like, fuck that shit, and decide to have a beer and hot dog eating contest.
Drink a beer, eat a hot dog. Drink a beer, eat a hot dog. Whoever quits first pays the bill and loses the buggy.
Which again, Terence, Bud Spencer's gonna kick your ass there too. But okay, it was your idea. So they go next door to the garage where this fair is going on that also happens to have its very own hot dog and beer eatery. So perfect. That's where Terence Hill discovers that he has an eye for this lady. Or that clown, maybe. Who knows? It's an Italian film. So hot dog eating contest. Yeah! And beer, I guess. Have a bud. So then the mob just shows up out of nowhere in these Italian jobs and shuts the fair down. Just to be dicks, I guess. They don't really say why yet. Because they just start pushing everyone around and trashing the place. Ripping it the fuck apart too. I mean it. Destroying the shit out of everything in sight. As all the fair patrons run out in fear. Except for Bud and Terence, of course. They need to finish this contest. And not even the wacky mob is going to stop them. So as the destruction gets closer and closer, they finally decide to leave and continue this contest somewhere else. You know, where the mob's not ripping everything the fuck apart.
Pay the bill later.
So they get into the dune buggy and try to leave, only this mob guy stops them and demands that they get out of the dune buggy or he's gonna splat it. Splat it with a baseball bat or some shit. Only they can't figure out why.
What for?
So they decided this roaring 20s mobster isn't being reasonable.
Now, does that sound like a reasonable answer?
So they say fuck it and just bail the hell out of there. That's when out of nowhere comes this mob car and smashes directly into the dune buggy, causing it to flip over and explode into flames, clearly killing the two passengers inside. Our heroes, Bud and Terence. No! The movie's over. Finn. Roll credits. Play the sad version of the Doom Buggy song. Oh, no, wait. They were thrown safely from the Doom Buggy and landed unharmed a few feet away, sitting Indian style and watching the blaze, like two kids watching a parade pass by. Okay, that makes sense. Doom Buggy has been destroyed by the mob. Dune Buggy! So cut to the mob responsible for all that havoc at the fair. This guy, yeah, a big fat old baby wearing a giant onesie with looks like little bunny rabbits on it. And boy, this guy's overdubbed way over the top. I'm guessing they did that on purpose too, to make this guy look even dumber. They went full dumbass idiot on him too. Just listen.
No bungling! Right, now get out! All of you!
Yeah, he talks like this through the entire movie. Then we meet his second-hand man and doctor, assistant, advisor, Donald Pleasance, everyone. So big dumb idiot mob boss here wants to be taken seriously and feared by others instead of laughed at. So he's enlisted Donald Pleasance to help make this possible. Coach him on how to be bad and evil. Truly evil. And who better to teach you how to do that than Donald Pleasance, B-movie king of evil. He even played the devil once. So Donald Pleasance's plan, scare off everybody that works at that fairground. Thus that attack earlier today. So they can tear it all down and build themselves a huge skyscraper to live in, I guess. So fuck those carnies.
You will build a skyscraper.
Donald Pleasance is evil and needs a penthouse to do his biddings from.
I get the penthouse, huh?
And he's convinced dumbass mob guy here to go along with it. So cut to that fairground again and yup, might as well play that Doom Buggy song while we have it on repeat, even though the Doom Buggy is already no more, as Terence Hill still shows interest in this chick here, who looks like David Bowie to me, which I guess isn't bad. Then later, back in the garage, we see that Bud Spencer also likes to practice singing, since he's also in a choir when he's not here or out Doom Buggying. So Terence Hill's still pissed about the mob destroying their Doom Buggy and not giving a shit, and wants restitution for it, damn it, restitution. That's a word I learned recently. I'm stupid, remember.
I'm due restitution on that gun.
Thank you, William Smith. Only Bud Spencer doesn't care. He just wants to avoid trouble with the mob. But Terence Hill doesn't care about any of that shit and merely sees the mob as a bunch of bullies. So cut to the mob's restaurant and dance hall, where they do their biddings from, so we can check out all this ugly ass 70s clothes. Burn that plaid suit, please. You look like Johnny Carson. Bud and Terence show up and try to blend in. But this mob guy from before spots him and tries to kick him out. Only they're too wacky for him, and he ends up getting caught up in a conga line. Da 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 da. I'm a stupid mob guy with the freaking mustache. Da 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 da. This gives Bud and Terence time to sneak up to that idiot mob boss's private booth to demand that he replace their Doom Buggy and stop fucking with people, you big fat dumb idiot mob boss moron, he then demands their respect. Only they're not impressed at all by this mob boss guy. He's just a putz. Bud Spencer particularly is not impressed, because he's famously unimpressed by everything. Except that dune buggy they destroyed, and they want a brand spanking new one. They demand it by noon tomorrow too.
You might use the courtesy of delivering it to the house.
So fuck you, the mob, and don't forget what it looked like too, because we want it exactly the same.
It's got to be red with a yellow top.
Red with a yellow top. And it has to say Puma across the front and big white letters. Got it? Or else they'll get mad.
Otherwise, we'll get mad. We'll get mad.
Uh-oh, the title of the movie. Almost. I can relate here a little bit. When I was a kid, my parents were too cheap to buy me that little red car with the yellow top. Remember those things from the 80s, I think? Yeah, I always wanted one of those. It looked cool. It's obsolete garbage now, but back then it looked awesome and I wanted one. And I could never get one because, I don't know, 4 kids. It was expensive because it was popular then. Too bad I couldn't fit into the thing now. That's my parents for you. Or maybe it was against their religion. Who knows? I forgive them. They did buy me that Alf doll. Anyway, so once they're gone, Donald Pleasance tries to convince this pushover mob boss that Bud Spencer and Terence Hill are just kids compared to him. Kids who want their toy back and need to be put in their place. If you want to be convincing as a big, bad, evil mob boss. So they send Mustache Thug after them again, who oh so kindly sets their car on fire as they speed away, and being a clever Bud Spencer, he forces his way into a car wash to put the thing out. So that was close. Almost blew up. Only now, they're more mad. So watch out, because they decide to set Mr. Mustache Guy straight for being such an asshole. It's not nice to set people's cars on fire. So at the fair, of course, again, they really let him have it. On the bumper cars. Big, fully grown 70s guy riding around in bumper cars. Looks weird. Welcome back, Norman. Ain't life a bitch? Everyone hates you cause you work for the mob. Your mustache sucks, you do too. Blah 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 ba-doo ba-doo. Man, does it feel good to be home. Not for this guy. Then Bud Spencer shows off his Fonzie skills on the Pepsi machine. Product placement. Breaks this rocket. Then follows Mr. Mustache into a nearby gym of the 70s. Yeah, so gross, right? Look at all this obsolete shit, from the equipment to the ugly ass outfits. They're about to deal with it rationally too, only why do that when you can play the Dune Buggy song again? Followed by a long, wacky, nonsensical fight. So hit it! Yeah! It's a whack fest, alright? Prepare yourself, folks. This is the next 25 minutes of the movie. Just kidding. It'll feel like it though. They all do display some very athletic skills though, I must say. Oh, that cat Steve.
Good up, you dude.
Hey, that guy had the same voiceover as dumb idiot mob boss guy.
No bungling. Right. Good up, you dude.
Didn't even try to change it.
That's right, he sounds like he's this about that. I'm stupid. Duh.
That kind of voice. So yeah, more Trinity shit, folks. Whee! Alley-oop! There! Just stand there as I continuously hit you again and again. Don't try to fight back now. This is the next 15 minutes of the movie, folks. Just kidding. Thanks for helping out there though, buddy, by just not moving at all. And enough of that shit. They won, of course, and tell this idiot to bring them that damn dune buggy by tomorrow.
It's got to be red with a yellow top.
Or else, watch out, because they're going to get mad, I guess. Then enter the gay biker gang. Yeah! When back at the garage, we get to see that old guy repair the dune buggy. Only it's a Model T now. He's from a different time.
It took me all night.
So oops. Nice try, oldie. Thanks for caring. That's when old guy mentions that he used to work for that very mob back in the day.
Well, I was a cook in his favourite restaurant.
But just as a cook in their kitchen though, at that restaurant that they do their business from. So who the hell cares, Grandpa? That better come back later in the movie. So cut over to Terence Hill and David Bowie. As she explains to Terence Hill that she has the lead, since this whole fair is going to be torn down and replaced with fat idiot mob bosses skyscraper in Donald Pleasant's penthouse. Then boom, the mob's gay motorcycle gang arrives. Swinging chains. Only they're not that intimidating. Even with the swingy chain, you'll never be William Smith. Just a bunch of goofballs on bike back compared to him. Yeah, he was also in a biker gang too. A lot. So Bud Spencer asked them all, where the hell's my dune buggy? I want to feel like a king. Don't make me play that fucking song again. But they claim the dune buggy's sitting right there in front of them.
It's right before your eyes.
They're fucking with him, of course. They still have no intention of replacing your stupid dune buggy, Bud Spencer. Terence Hill then shows up and they both play along with this invisible car bit for a while before Terence Hill steals this guy's bike and takes the hell off. So they go after him, of course. As Bud Spencer magically holds this guy back with his Bud Spencer powers. And release. See, not impressed in the least. So Terence Hill takes this chase into the country. As the wackiness ensues. And this guy is sent flying high and lands in this randomly placed sled and goes for a wacky ride to Santa's village. I guess. I speculate. Whoops, guess not. Then this guy goes headfirst into a tree. Bonk! Definitely dead. He won't feel like a king in his buggy. Snap! His neck. Even that idiot mob guy enjoys this death of one of his own when he hears about it over the radio.
The loser happens to be one of our guys.
It's not who wins, it's how the game is played that counts.
Bud Spencer then joins in on the bike action on a bike built just for him. The burly guy bike, folks. Yeah, where the hell were you hiding that thing? As this guy is sent flying high and lands into a randomly placed minecart that sends him on Mr. Toad's wild ride right into the diarrhea river. You got off easier than Tree Guy, buddy. And now it's bike jousting time, like in that movie Knight Rider, as we're treated to some spaghetti western music, jousting on bikes. Huh, it's bad luck just seeing a thing like that.
Bad luck just seeing a thing like that.
That's when Big Boy Wheels Bud Spencer joins the joust. And can you guess what it's time for, folks? It's the top of the hour, and here's the Buckinghams with Kind of a Drag. Wait, scratch that shit, we don't have the rights to play that song. So here's Oliver Onions with the Dune Buggy song again. Pow!
Come with me for fun in my buggy.
So with their forces joined now, they joust this guy onto a randomly placed horse. When Terence Hill, he somehow manages to make this look cool, jousts this guy through the air, who's killed duck hunt style, a la this randomly placed hunter, who is now probably traumatized for life after discovering that he accidentally killed a random flying biker. So Fat Mob Guy has failed again, and is so pissed that he hires a hitman now, who's flown in, out of town, to take care of this shit, right now. So here he is, the living dead, zombie hitman. What an interesting face this guy has. Those blue eyes. He's no Terence Hill, not even close. Just creepy as all hell. But he does get a classic theme song, and carries a violin case that houses his hitman gun, not an actual violin. And supposedly, he's the best at his work, which is why the mob is willing to pay him so much money to do this, instead of just buying him a new damn dune buggy. Cause as Donald Pleasance explains, when you give guys like Bud and Terence an inch, by next week they'll be demanding like a jumbo jet or some shit like that. So don't give in to him. Spend tons of money on a hitman.
You give them the dune buggy and they ask for a jumbo jet. You give them a jumbo jet and they want our skyscraper.
So cut back to the garage, where Bud and Terence are chilling out, and still have no dune buggy. So Terence Hill is starting to get, you know.
So I'm warning you that I'm mad.
Mad? Still? Watch out, folks. An exclamation point might be coming along soon. That's when this car shows up, playing the Hitman's theme song because, well, it's him, here to kill his targets. So Bud Spencer does the smart thing and just rolls the hell out of there. He has choir practice anyway. As Terence Hill takes off on a bike, only to be followed by Dracula the Hitman. So cut to that chorus or choir, what the fuck ever, practice, cause yeah, I wasn't kidding. That's where Bud Spencer rolled off to, as he sings away in this a cappella chorus. To the la 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 song. I like it though. It's a nice change from that dune buggy shit. That's when Terence Hill shows up, because he wanted to lead the Hitman here, so he wouldn't die alone. He would take Bud Spencer with him. Aw, what a guy. That's friendship. So Bud Spencer sings away next to this young Bob guy from Batman. That's what he looks like to me. He's not, but doesn't he look like young guy who played Bob on Batman? This guy's face always sticks out to me. While Terence Hill's captivating eyes get the attention of Sarah Plain and Tall here. Sorry lady, he's already into David Bowie. As that living dead hitman tries to get a good shot at him. Only he's bamboozled by Terence Hill when he somehow manages to switch the hitman's gun with an actual violin. Meaning that Terence Hill has the gun now. He's calling up shots. Snap.
I've got it.
See? He knows he has it. So back to that mob restaurant as they celebrate early. As the hitman enters and is forced to publicly and badly play the violin. Worse than even Jack Benny. Sorry Jack Benny. Since Terence Hill still has his own gun on him. He's thrown out of the place, of course, when fat idiot mob boss guy realizes who the hell it is. It's that hitman they hired. So failed again. And now, pissed, he goes after Donald Pleasance with a fork. Ready to kill Donald Pleasance. When he suddenly and out of nowhere produces these two photos. Photos of old guy, Bud Spencer's buddy from the garage. The one who used to work here as a cook. See, it did come back into play. Donald Pleasance even has a younger photo of him too. So dumb idiot mob boss guy will know who the hell this guy is.
He used to be the cook here.
When Donald Pleasance suggests that the best way to get to Bud and Terence is through old guy. Go beat the shit out of old guy. So after all that hitman shit, Bud Spencer's had enough. And parts ways with Terence Hill and goes back to the garage. To find that the mob has already got to old guy. That was quick. As he drags his beaten old ass out from under this car. Oh, well, now that's it. You pissed off Bud Spencer. Bud Spencer is mad, so watch out, folks! Exclamation point. Fucking with old guy was his final straw. You don't fuck with old guy. So he drives right down to that mob restaurant, and guess who's already there? Terence Hill can't get rid of this guy, since he's still mad at the mob too, and plans on letting them have it. Again, get that dune buggy song ready. I have a feeling they might be playing it soon. So they demand to be let in, only they refuse entrance, which only makes them more mad! Exclamation point.
We were already mad.
So let's be the Blues Brothers and wreck this entire restaurant with our car. As they do, they crash right into this restaurant and drive all the fuck through it, destroy everything in sight. Send this plaid idiot flying.
Tier 1 imports.
And even wreck the kitchen. Yeah! They destroy this place. As Mob Guy and Donald Pleasance sneak out the back. Of course. And now, with this place completely obliterated, Bud and Terence get out of the car to face these mob patrons for the final showdown. And what would the final showdown be without some dune buggy music? Hit it, Oliver Onions! Boom!
Joe, oh banana Joe, Dennis, oh banana Joe.
Another wacky fight, the one to hopefully end them all. As Bud Spencer uses this bench to take out not one, not two, but 3 guys at once. And hey look, Plaid Guy again. Get the hell out of here, Platy.
I need it.
Hey, he needs that arm for fighting. Then Punk, brain damage. Punk, nope, he's fine now. And as usual, nothing has any effect on Bud Spencer. And one more hurrah for the Plaid guy. What a trooper. As everyone is knocked into this balloon pit. And with no one left to fight up here, let's dive into the balloon pit. Yeehaw! And hey, there's no one left down here to fight either. So Bud and Terence win. Slaps and beans, everybody. So back at the garage where we see old guy's gonna be just fine. That's good. Can ride around in that Model T he made. As the friggin' mob shows up again. Oh, here we go. So they all step outside and the mob has finally caved in. As we see that fat idiot mob boss guy and Donald Pleasance are here now. And man, I do love that leopard print hat, buddy. Man, that thing is hilarious. You look like a pimp. You big fat idiot, you. So tired of all this fighting, the mob presents Bud and Terence with their very own dune buggies. Each. Wow, so it's settled. You beat the mob, guys. Well, the wacky mob, that is. In reality, the real mob probably would have killed them both by now. Which means the fair can reopen because none of that skyscraper shit is going to happen either. Sorry, Donald Pleasance. No penthouse for you. So Bud Spencer takes off to try out his new dune buggy in the parking lot.
Great, isn't it?
It is pretty great, Terence Hill.
Super. Most extraordinary.
Okay, that's a weird response to that, but alright, mob boss guy. So once the mob gets the hell out of there, Terence Hill starts trying out his new dune buggy too. When he's distracted by David Bowie's beautiful face and crash! He slams right into Bud Spencer's dune buggy, causing it to flip over and explode into flames again. And again, he is thrown safely, Indian style, a few feet away, like a little boy watching the parade go by. As Terence Hill rides up and joins him. Nice one, Terence Hill. You're down to one dune buggy again. The mob was nice enough to give you two. They could have just given you one, because they only destroyed one. Whatever. So they start to discuss how they're going to decide who gets to keep this dune buggy. Again. So,
You want to play a high card? No.
nope, no ace high.
I'll arm wrestle you for it. Nope.
And no arm wrestling shit. Bulldozer. They decide to go find a nice place to have a beer and hot dog eating contest.
How about a beer and hot dog contest?
Meaning that we've come full circle, and this shit is about to start all over again. So perfect time for, yup, the Dune Buggy song. For the 7th and final time.
Where?
Pow! Cause this movie's over, folks. Finn, that was Terence Hill and Bud Spencer in Watch Out, We're Mad! Exclamation point. Which leads me right into my final thoughts on this wacky ass movie about a dune buggy. As a big fan of Bud Spencer and Terence Hill and this particular film, my fiance was awesome enough to buy this very well detailed model of the very car from the very movie. It even has them inside of it. Well made too. I give it the highest rating of toys that I've seen. The figures look like them, the car looks perfect, it rolls around, it's excellent. Just as good as my Herbie car, which I've had for a little bit longer. Like I said, Italian comedies like this are not for everyone. That's why these movies didn't work here in the United States. Most Americans just don't get it. Find it to be stupid, I guess. But the wackiness is what I love, even if it does go overboard sometimes. Like with the Dune Buggy song. As for Bud Spencer and Terence Hill, they stopped making movies together years ago. Bud Spencer has sadly passed on, but Terence Hill, like I said, lives on at the age of 85. Happily with his wife somewhere in Massachusetts. USA! I know, you'd think Italy, but no. I love your work, Terence Hill, and I love your face. Happy birthday! You're probably not watching this. And with that, I'll end my salute to Terence Hill on his 85th birthday with my review of Watch Out, We're Mad. A classic for some, a huge question mark for most.
It's not who wins, it's how the game is played that counts.
Thanks to all of my subscribers again, and for all the comments. It's still and always greatly appreciated. So until next time, adios, and I'll see you at the theater. Dune Buggy!
I feel like a king in my buggy. Just a crowd is missing my dust.
human predilection for piloting vehicles at unsafe velocities.